I don't know why, but I just feel like we should name this truck Cheryl.
All right, let her eat. To the land of forest fires and dirty old sacked out dump tires. Oh, what a treat. Just a medley of mint. Just a whole pile there. Oh, and just before we get this road on the show, I'd like to congratulate everybody who won the old Patreon Peg for Halloween challenge. We gave away a bunch of horse heads and coveralls and beer cans. What for the old Halloween coming up? A bunch of dirty derelicts dressing up like my crippled ass. Can be a good time. Kevin over there, when he was sending them all off, I guess he had to put them in Ziploc bags because of the smell of gear oil and beer cans was so bad that it was burning his eyes. But I mean, you guys want the authentic thing, you got it. All right, well, a lot of you guys watching this channel know that I'm about as safe as a 30 pack of rubbers for $1 at a truck stop. Safety all day long. So, you know, being as safe as I am, that little hole, wouldn't worry about that little hole. But being as safe as I am, with things burning down, well, things burning down is not a good time. There's a lot of things you can recover from, like driving your truck into a swamp or rolling it or whatever the case may be. But there's one thing that you can't really recover from, and that's fire. So a cripple might have a bit of dirt, and that little bit of dirt may have been almost on fire a few times. And by almost on fire, I mean the one has definitely been on fire and everything burnt.
Downed power lines still smoldering Tuesday beside Highway 43.
And doing burnouts and this, that, and the other. I mean, I've never done a big burnout before where things lit on fire. So in times of dirty old rowdy burnouts, fire happens. Fire's gonna happen. It's just the way she goes, like God intended. Things burn down. It's the way she goes. But a man that lives his life by the 7 P's, proper previous planning prevents piss poor performance.
What do you people got against being prepared?
You gotta have some fire suppression on site. What, for things burning down? If you're gonna do a rowdy burnout and you don't wanna lose all your minty junk, you gotta have something to put the fire out. Those chemical fire extinguishers, they leave a mess everywhere and they suck. And those fire extinguishers are like 130 bucks a piece. You can't afford that crap. So I was going around on Facebook Marketplace and I found a ZF6 transmission for sale and I went and bought that. So as I bought the ZF6 tranny, I says to the guy, I says, hey, there's that sacked out old rolling-in water truck in the background. What are you doing with that? He says, oh, that piece of crap? I'm not doing anything with that. He says, oh, is it for sale? And he says, there's a bear in the woods.
Please, Lord, help me to release this demon.
And right on. So I bought this old sacked out water truck that he has no idea if it ran. Well, he said it was running when it was parked, so that's a good deal. And he says to a cripple, he says, yeah, no, I just give me what you got in your pocket and she's all yours.
For real?
So I got this thing for a fire sale. That little guy, don't worry about that little guy. So I got this thing for a real good deal. That was in the spring I bought that thing. He pulled her out of the bush for me because he said he had access to a big excavator and he was able to dink it around to get it out of the bush. So we got her out of there. He got her to the gate. Now it's time for my fat crippled ass to go get it and fire it up. Let's fire up the old K-Whopper and hit the highway. You don't need to worry about the ozone. How much? How dare you? All of it. All right, well, the name would be the fat
triple. What a guy's gonna do is he's gonna practice his winch trucking skills again, and I'm gonna winch truck the old water truck onto here. So I'm gonna have to scissor it off later. So I'll show you guys how to do the scissor thing. My buddy Mike Brewer, he's been my trucking buddy for forever. He moves the world. He's always going down to the States and doing all kinds of minty. He was explaining to me on how heights work and all the rest of this stuff, and he said, Peg, you're stunned. You're not going to want to be driving around with the water truck on here because you'll be way higher than you're supposed to be. But I'm like, what is legalities? But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to be scissoring this thing off, and I'll show you guys what this trailer's capable of. I'm going to just drag the water truck here, get her to Cheech, and then drag her to the other dirt. Willard, you want to bring some diesel? You need stun dog? You need stun dog. How's that marshmallow doing? How's the marshmallow doing? How's your goiter doing? Look at this goiter he's got going on. We gotta pop that thing. I know what'll fix you up with her, dog. I know what'll fix you. You need some fresh racing stripes. Ah, there you go, buddy. Oh, you need 3 too. Let's roll. We haven't burnt enough diesel this morning. All right, leaving the driveway. This thing firing up this morning, it didn't belch out half as much gray smoke as it could have. So, you know, when you're leaving the driveway and you see a dirty old pile of iron that'll shoot you a bunch, you might as well fire it up. Well, this old pile, she's mint, the old Dodge deleter. Let's see how she cheeches. Probably gonna need some Cosby sauce, all of it. Oh yeah, it's gonna need a snort. The good stuff. All of it.
You're gonna blow it up!
Alright, well that's enough how dare you. It'll be fine. You don't need to let it warm up. We got to where we're going. Truck's over there a bit, so we're gonna dump this trailer off and then go suck the truck onto it. All right, well here she is in all her glory. Oh, there's everywhere. So we'll get this hot piece of loaded up and then we'll go over the old once we get her out of here. All right, well, we got this dirty debacle all tied down. Even got Princess Auto safety rated. Let's hit the highway. Look at that sassy old bias ply. What a treat. Nice! So she's about 16 hours later, meow. But we got this sassy old Louisville home. So what a cripple's got to do, meow, is get this thing off the trailers. Usually we do an old start outside, you know. It's still t-shirt weather for Fox Creek. Then she's, well, it's gonna be dark in about 15 seconds. This sassy old prick's gonna get fired up in the shop. So we're gonna get the sassy old pile off the trailer and try to wiggle it into the shop. And then after that, we're gonna get her to Cheech. It's gonna be mint. Couple to drink. You want me to open that for you?
Here I come.
Shop beers.
Engage.
Man, that's pretty good though, just in the nick of time.
I didn't wipe it, but it's got a little chainsaw. That's
A little bar oil on there, it's good for you. Well, before we're gonna do cutting and grinding, we gotta cover the bench in high test saw gas. All right, Witter, now that we're drunk, let's do a good look at this truck. Remember we loaded it? We never had a look at it. Look at this titty tassel. Letterman. There. Witter, don't taste the light bulb. So she's an L9000, the old Louisville. So if any of you guys are a big fan of this channel, you remember that the old Catalina wine mixer, she was pretty much this exact same truck, but she had a concrete mixer on the back.
There she is.
Concrete and more, concrete and more.
The Catalina wine mixer.
So we bought this off of Feller. He sold us this truck for a real good deal. We got a real good deal. I bought it in the spring and I never picked it up until there was damn near snow on the ground, but hey, that's fine. Willard, off the light. So Kevin and I wrestled this thing in the shop, no problems. A couple of beer drinkings, a couple of reminiscent stories later. What was your favorite story tonight about all the loose we talked about?
Where did you guys start?
Could have been the chick with one eye, the chick that had all the STDs from A to Z that we called Z.
All the chicks everybody at Weatherford.
All the chicks that got at various tank truck driving.
Our early 20s, those were the good days.
Yeah.
Now we're old and fat and
Oh,
we're still drunk, so it's good.
Exactly. Well, she's got some crude in her. Says she's on full. I don't even know if the thing's locked up. Did we check to see if it was locked up? And if it's not locked up, there's the first thing we got to do to it. Is the crank moving? Man, it's got two new fuel filters on it. Think it's gonna crank over? All right, what's power and what's negative here? Oh, this whole thing is a hot pile of. Look at that. Look at how loose and up this is. Speaking about girls, look at that. Look at how loose that is. So this is power. The thing doesn't have everything cut to already. That's kind of nice.
The Boosty 500.
Oh, buddy. The JNC double NOR.
Oh, that looks like Chinesium.
That's an E, an I, and an N away from being unacceptable.
Beat?
See, listen. You hear any power things going on?
Oh yeah, there's something clickety-clacking in there.
Signal light going on there. Yes, the left signal light's on. All right, let's see if it's bumps over. No. Oh, is there a key? Where the f is the key at? Oh, there's no key for it. Why is there no key for it?
Because a she-devil stole it.
Did the old guy f us? Maybe we just stole it out of the old guy's yard. Is it gonna start with a knife? No.
Is there any key in this hot rod? We gotta find, is it under the mat? Of course it's not under, it's never under the mat. Man, it's got Ford floor mats in it. But this does have the same ignition system as every Ford ever. So we're probably just gonna have to drill it out 5,000.
It's not gonna have a key, so I'll hotwire the damn thing. I like that.
Yeah, don't go rooting around. This looks like in here, but it's actually organized chaos.
But it's also level, so I don't
No, you have to level it off or else you won't close. That's every hillbilly's junk drawer. He's got shotgun shells, you know, you got a lighter, you got, you know, printer ink stuff.
Couple dollars.
Oh, I gotta have the extra strength
Monopoly money.
Oh, Monopoly money.
Have some of that.
That's a fuel pen for a
back
Cummins.
scratcher.
Oh, you got a back scratcher? You get everything in here.
Yeah. Oh, Ferd key.
Well, you can go try it. I got a key that'll work if that one won't work. Man, the steering in this thing is sacked out. Look at this. Look at the wheel, okay? And the front wheels aren't moving at all. She's had some hard miles gear bag. I think there's a cassette in there. Is there any cigarettes in the ashtray?
I was gonna say, do you find some cigarettes?
I bought this thing fair and square. She's getting this real treatment.
There you go.
Little Princess Auto Cobalt bits are just a treat. All right, now the tumbler should come right out of there.
Like so.
All right, now we'll dig into the basement here. I'm no 6-liter thief, but I can get the job done.
Oh!
I think
Your dash all came on for a second. That's good.
All right, we don't have enough amps to kick it over. Man.
Baby, don't you let me down.
That's a good song, yeah. Why don't you build me up? Holy f, this thing's sacked out. Why do you build me up? Willard, why do you build me up, buddy? Oh, that's another beautiful song. You got Willard on your mind. Oh, now's a good time to give a shout out to that guy that bought all the Willard stickers. Oh. He's got Willard on the mind.
Really on the mind.
Willard down. He's too stunned right now. I got marshmallow over his nose. You got Willard on the dog. And the Willard dog, he's the Willard, there's the dog. A couple of 4-aughts, buddy. I don't know what song it is, but it's probably gonna be good because it's not new. Yeah. Man, how about this song? Man, you imagine it was like 50s or 60s. The these guys got would have been unimaginable. And hairy.
And hairy.
Oh, Snatcherell, yeah? Yeah, but they didn't have to worry about. They knew what bathroom to in. Well, when these first came out, they were worth a fortune. It's not as good as solder and shrink tube, but I mean, better than what was on there. It's like getting from the old lady. It's better than nothing. Man, I would take an enthusiastic over an unenthusiastic any day. Yeah, at least she's happy about it.
That's a good point.
When you fire one off, she's not all grossed out by it firing all over the room and smelling like gear oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's how you gotta look at life.
I'm gonna write that down and put it on the fridge and see what happens.
See if the old lady takes bait.
Take the bait. Is your steering supposed to do this? It's just all of it.
Oh, buddy, that box is about as tight as your average internet woman. It's not loose, it's just previously enjoyed. It's like a Blockbuster video, but nobody was kind and they did not rewind. But I always treat it like, you know, campsite. You gotta use campsite rules. Leave it better than you found it. Well, there's a lot of people that don't live by those rules, man. There's Instagram videos out there about women, and they're like, oh, you need a man to make money, and he's got a 6-pack and all this stuff. No, guy that hard, rolled over, farts, and goes to sleep. That's what they...
Makes lots of money. Don't forget the important. Makes lots of money, though.
Well, I mean, what is Acco Shack money? Well, Acco Shack money. It takes an elite man to live in an Acco Shack, you know?
It does. Special brand.
Yeah,
flavor.
I'm eccentric.
You think this is going to be such a good idea when we're sober, though?
Man, everything I do when I'm drinking is always a good idea the next day. Except for like 14 more beer after your last beer. Those are the worst. How many times have you been praying to the porcelain god, but then like an hour and a half previous to that, you were just drinking bulletproof? Yeah, I'm the man.
Oh yeah, you open your eyes 2 seconds, the world spins. You're like, no, I don't want to throw up and close my eyes.
You're like Dorothy taking up to wherever the There's no place like home. Every time you close your eyes, the whole room just like you're holding on to the bed with both hands.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Good music, good beer.
Oh, buddy. Company, though. At least Winter Dog's here. Another good tune.
You're getting mad now, though.
Why is that?
That was the Maple Leaf goal song last year. Every time they scored, they played this song.
Yeah, but just because the Maple Leafs suck doesn't mean this song has to suck. Nobody likes hockey. Hockey sucks.
You're Canadian. How can you say that?
I'm an Albertaner.
True. Good.
Every time when I was in the States, everybody's like, oh, you're Canadian, eh? I'm like, no, I'm from Alberta. They're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, I'm not from Quebec. Like, there's good people that live in Quebec. I met them. They're pretty badass.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you can smell that place from Manitoba. And Manitoba stinks. All right, well, we're good for a Series 31 now. Willer Dog! Man, you think there's any propane left in this stinky old tank? Listen. Oh yeah, this stanky old propane tank got lots of propane in it. Hank, hell would be proud. We can't run this battery in it. It's a Cummins battery with a Detroit engine. It'll blow up. You know what, Kevin? You're a perfect example of if you judge a fish's ability to climb a tree, it'll always come up short. You might not know what sockets are. You might not know how to back a truck up or fiddle with that, but you can finger bang the sucker off a computer like nobody's business. And that's something you can hang your hat on. Power on. All right, you ready for this? I think it's gonna click over. Willer, dog, dog and dog and dog and dog, dog and dog and dog and dog. Man, what a mangy looking old mutt. How's your goiter doing, bud? All right, let's see here. Let's see if she bumps over. That's bad. Well, there's no way it has a neutral safety switch. You think it actually has a neutral safety on it? No. All right, we might have to go beat on that starter a bit. You'll hear it going ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Why is there a claw hammer in here? What kind of communism is that? And you know what the best thing about painkillers and lots of beer? I can't feel right now.
I don't feel anything, you? Me neither, you?
Starter bumps over. We gotta get that Bendix to kick. The starter's rolling over without the Bendix kicking out. Kind of like getting it hard, but not being able to toss it in the old lady. All right, we got the key bypassed. Let's see if this does it. There's a good chance that the starter could be pooched. We gotta do some hillbilly. I'm gonna take the spark plug wrench. That's definitely not rated for this. Cross out the dealies like this. Right? At the same time, it's bumping over the starter. Yeah! She's gonna fire, buddy.
I thought you were welding, and next thing you're starting a truck.
I was doing both. Is it gonna start now? It's still so that's no big deal. I wonder if it'll bump over now.
You gotta know, light yourself on fire again. That seemed to work the first time. Do that.
So our problem is the Bendix. Is that buzzer ever annoying? We gotta get rid of that thing. Where is it? Low air warning, dog. Where is that thing? There. You. We get it. All right. So it turns over. So all we gotta worry about now is two things. The exhaust. Dun, dun, dun.
I think that's a number pad.
I had to run the old grinder on the WCB side there for a second. Man, big pig. Another good song.
I know.
Get the out of here. All right, next step to this minty pile, we gotta pull this off. This is important. So a lot of guys will take the valve cover off to check to see if the rack's stuck, but this old cripple, he just peels this off and grabs the board. Man, bear pig, you're my man, bear pig. So we have to find a robust piece of plywood or something to prevent the engine blowing up. All right, so we got something mint to use for a 671 block off plate. That'll work. And this'll work mint. Oh yeah. Yeah. So you understand what's going on here? So this engine is all like Forrest Gump. You get it started and it feels like running.
Why are you doing this?
I just felt like running.
It ain't gonna stop until it reaches C to C, buddy. All right, well, we're almost ready to chooch. So my crippled ass is gonna have to go over there to start it, and you're gonna have to come over here to smother it down if it just runs away. So we better turn the music off because this thing's about to make a bunch of music. Like how much music? All of it. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Remember how earlier when I climbed the pile of dirt with the skidder and you were that afraid? This engine makes so much ruckus and it's so rowdy when they fire up, you are going to be afraid. But if you don't smother it out when it needs it, it'll be bad.
I'm in danger.
Bye-bye shop.
Like really, really, no bye-bye shop, but the smoke, I'm letting Willard out. Willard, you gotta go outside, buddy. It's about to get, the party about to be started in here, big guy. Outside, get out of here. You're gonna also be on the Cosby sauce spray. Buddy, you wait until you hear the freedom about to belch out of this thing. It's gonna be majestic. All right, you ready over there?
Oh yeah, just start, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting it, yeah? When I say spray, spray, okay? Spray! Spray! Is that easy? Were you spraying it?
I'm spraying, yeah.
Spray more.
Okay.
Spray! Spray, spray, spray! Are you spraying the out of it?
Sprayed the whole time.
Oh, wait.
Sound it off.
Ready? You spraying that whole time?
Spraying the whole time.
Okay, hold on a sec here. I gotta, the throttle is all bunged up maybe. Hold on here. I never checked to see if the throttle was stuck. Oh yeah, now, oh. Okay, it's on full rack now. It'll start now, hopefully.
I can see her, yeah. She's full rack, yeah.
That's good. That's how you know it's good. Man, when you say full rack, you sound like a mechanic now. You're good. Ron, ready?
Yeah.
Keep it running on the sauce.
Hey, buddy.
You got it running on the sauce?
Oh, I'm running sauce, man.
All right, we might have to introduce the dual wielding technique. Don't worry, this old girl can handle it. I'll show you how she's done.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks you just spray, but you don't. You give it this, and then.
Oh.
Yeah, see how that
what
works?
you're doing there.
Yeah.
It's an old family recipe.
You ready? It's gonna get frisky.
Yeah.
Ready?
Jeez, is this dangerous? No.
She's almost running on her own sauce. She might take a little while to get going, but once she's going, you'll get that burn in the eyes.
They taste like burning.
Oh, yeah, a little birdie out of you.
Yeah, I gotta keep her going. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
No fuel. Yeah, that ether, it'll burn the eyes a little bit.
Oh, the eyes are on fire and on fire.
Yeah, that's how you know it's good. Yeah, well, the ether smoke's a special smoke, eh? We gotta figure out, I think something seized up over here. No, I think we should be good here. Things are moving as they should. Oh, we should probably check, see if it's getting oil pressure. So when it fires up, just keep it running on the sauce like you were there. You were doing a good job. That was a good technique.
You see my technique?
Yeah, that was good.
Makes me so proud.
Hold up!
It's alive! It's alive!
mint. Missing on cylinder 6. Or sorry, cylinder 1. You're missing on hole 1 though.
It's your fuel map. It's got a nasty hole. Tune the NOS timer, you'll run nice.
That's fine. It only needs 5. Listen to her chooch back up. Well, it's missing a hole. Missing this hole. So I don't know what it is, but I'm not worried about it.
Like
the coolant. It will top her off. Green and red can party together. It's a red-green show, buddy.
It's not even sweet, so Willard won't even drink it.
Oh. You're gonna want to fill your boot with that. Who knows if the thermostat's gonna open or not. So what we got going on is that's in over there. And then this guy here. So this is your belly valve, okay? So that weird looking valve over on the side. Willard, do you love me? I love you too. Does he look mangy, eh?
He's a mangy beast.
He's a mangy old Willard dog. He's the best dog in the whole wide world. Now we gotta check the oils, fill those up, and she's good to chooch. Now as far as freeing those injectors up, we're gonna pour a bunch of ATF in it, and hopefully it frees up that injector. I mean, it's fine if we can start it from outside. You arc it out a little bit, and then you... Man, fired right up. So you can feel it. One hole. That hole's coming back to life. Just that injector. Now that hole come back to life. Yeah! Nice! You know what round here is now? Oh yeah. Man, I love this old iron. Man, yeah. Man, I can't believe that hole, you could hear it popping.
And I see the exhaust and pop like doing something. What is that?
Yeah, and it just, number 1 hole just come back to life. I need a celebratory beer. All right, Kevin, you've been watching my channel for a while, right?
Yeah.
What's the most important thing about oil? The wrong oil is better than
No oil.
So instead of using brand new gear oil that's gonna leak all over the not leak on the ground, we're gonna contain it, use engine oil. Well, there could be gear oil in here. There might have been gear oil in here at one time. Okay, you need to run the pump and I run the hose. You still got enough hose?
Yep.
Chooch it. Oh, it likes that.
I'd say we're down to about 4 liters. It's moving pretty good.
We're down to a gallon already?
I'd say so. Not gonna be another 10, 15 seconds, we're out. It's good enough, eh?
Oh, buddy, we got oil. Oh, that's a synthetic blend. That's good. That's how you know it's good. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. I run it for fuel, I run it for transmission oil. It's fine.
See right through it. It's clear as day.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Oh, barely dripping everywhere. Man, there's some guy out there that uses the shop for a beauty salon just getting piss pants watching this. He's like, oh my, good done. All right, well, she's the next morning here, meow. And this cripple walked in the shop and I'm like, man, why does it smell like engine oil? It smells like crankcase in here. What the hell? This thing wasn't having blow by like that. Then I remembered we filled the tranny filled with used engine oil and it's just burping all over the floor there, but that's just dust control. We bolted the alternator back on last night. Did a real good job. I just re-pitched the bolt for the compressor and put that fine thread on there. And the top here, that's fine. So all that's good, alternator's good, everything's mint. We gotta wind up the tires this morning, load up a bunch of minty and then hit the ground hobbling. America. Remember, Kevin, you can't drink all day. Let's just start in the morning. Grandpa Jack, Toby Keith, Joe Diffie, all the heroes, buddy.
All of them.
Does it smell like crankcase when you came in here?
It smells like something.
Yeah, that's the engine oil that's identifying it. It's trans fluid.
Trans fluid.
It's gender fluid.
It's all the fluids.
It's fine.
80 fluids.
Yeah. All right, we gotta do fuel treatment this morning. One for my homies. You're gonna blow it up. People are so stunned. I had a guy message me. He said in the American military, when they're doing like the deuce and a half fuel filter changes, they tell them to fill the fuel filters with ATF instead of diesel. They're like, yeah, ATF it. I had some minty prick message me that from America. Oh, it loves the ATF. There's some guy out there this morning putting DEF in his truck. He's like, man, we gotta protect the environment. I'm just dumping gear oil and tranny oil and all kinds of in the fuel tanks. It'll chooch. All right, you guys wanna know what's impressive? 75 PSI on the primary still. Listen, it's not even the gauge line. It sat all night.
It dropped itself to 20 last night when we started. It fixed the cylinders, fixing its air leaks.
It's Christine in it.
Now let's give it one more night, have a new paint job on her in the morning.
Look at how non-handy, crippable, accessible this ladder is. I'm gonna try it out.
Oh, look at that.
Oh. Oh, this thing's not the plan. There's not a whole lot of room there. Not even that rusty. Oh, the baffles are all blowing out of it. Oh, but this is your load level right here, buddy. Look at it. Dingle. Man, I think the Lucas is done pouring though. We had to put Lucas in the old girl. Can't afford an oil change? Lucas. It'll chooch that oil right back to life. It's like engine honey. I put this in my morning coffee. It's good for you. Ugh, keeps the old leg lubricated from the inside out. Tied down, battery on. All right, ready? Oh, we blew it up yesterday with all that ether. We gotta rebuild the engine.
It's not even running right now.
No, the ether blew it up. Let's see how she drives.
Singing.
Look at that window.
What? America.
It's gonna be 15 minutes.
She runs so sassy.
All the way.
You hear that?
Oh, I hear
America.
That. I hear it.
Ford, the best, never rest. See right there, Dodge guy? Right there?
Yeah. Oh.
Suck it. Well, editing this video, I realized how stunned I was. I could have done a sassy trailer burnout. Stunned. At the beginning of this video, I couldn't even spell truck driver. Now I are one. Well, we got all the loaded up. All of it. Is Willard stunned?
All of it.
We got all of it then. We're good. Oh, yeah. 18 wheels and a dozen pistons, 10 more miles, 50 jug. We got hillbilly artifacts and a whole bunch of hillbilly diamonds. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's the good stuff. So the water truck made her out here mint. Now we gotta dolly this old hooer off and go for a rip in this sassy old Detroit. This thing's sassy. Man, the paint job you did with the zip ties in the door is just majestic. This thing is, what a sweetheart. Need a higher gear than that. Got overdrive. Oh, it's running in reverse. Come on, sweetheart, die. Die. Man, the old girl started up in reverse and started smoking through the air cleaner. That's fine though. No, it's not that. So a two-stroke Detroit. So if you stalled this thing, stall it at the lights, and you push the clutch in quick enough, it'll bump the engine over backwards and it'll start blowing smoke out the air cleaner, sucking air through the exhaust, and then it'll blow it up too, well, it'll eventually blow it up because there's no oil pressure, because the oil pump's running backwards. So these old pricks, they'll run in reverse, buddy. All right.
Tires.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you want?
No, that's good. You weren't thinking of anything else, were you?
No.
No, of course not. I gotta ask you, so if I make fun of cripples, which I do pretty much every 15 seconds, that means I hate cripples?
No.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Man, the electricity out here is louder than a drunk Newfie broad. Oh man, drunk Newfie broads they're cut above. That's my man, the water bird above.
I don't buy the build boat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, she's the next morning, meow. Gavin and I had a couple of beers last night. You know, sang a few country tunes, gave her all away. It was a good time. But you know what they say, a good plan violently executed, meow, is better than a perfect plan executed next week. Well, if we had given her all away last night, you guys wouldn't have been able to see. We saved her all for this morning, but meow, I'm made out of sugar and I'm gonna melt today. Are you gonna melt today, Kevin? But we're gonna get this old pile of fired back up. So she runs, she drives, mint. Now the next thing we want to figure out is if the pumps. You know, you can't have a water truck unless it pumps. So, you know, right before it gets really cold out, we'll go fill this thing full of water so everything. Let's see if this old hooter chooches up. Contact. Contact. Oh yeah. What a treat. All right, well, let this thing warm up. While she's warming up, we'll go fire up the old loader. Two dirty Detroits. That old Ferd's a 80s flavor, and so is the Terex. All right, release the Cheech. Oh, so this got the Cosby sauce on standby. We're gonna crank the living out of her. Contact. Contact. This old girl doesn't have a high idle in her though, but she'll be fine. We'll let her warm up for a while.
Yeah.
Wanna go haul some water?
Let's go haul some water. I forgot how quiet this thing is.
Really quiet. Oh, look at this. I found this yesterday. Automatic chute valve. Ready? It kicks the air on. Look at it. And then you kick it off. Auto chute.
They don't make them like this anymore.
Alright, so I was rooting around to that board over there. I was trying to find a piece of plastic to put over our float here. And I found this in that old Ferd. Look at these old aspirin. So this thing doesn't have a cigarette lighter that works or cigarette butts. But if you find old aspirin in a truck, you gotta take some.
Gotta take some. It's like wine, man. They get better with age. I think that's how that works.
Man, it was expiry $12.99.
And I was thinking, man, I just graduated.
Man, yeah. All right, so outlet or the inlet's on this side. So grab that jerry can, and we'll go get throwing thing in the water. Suck. Yeah, go grab that water and we'll prime it. Hand her up. What you'll do is you'll leave water in the truck, and when you go back to the watering hole, you push through your hose, and you suck through your hose. So what will it, oh, look at her, she's sucking like crazy now.
That's what I mean. It was pulling hard, buddy.
Let's hook that other hose up. I think it's going.
Laying down. Laying down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's lugging down.
Hey.
All in water.
Perfect.
Let me hanging, man. I'm gonna go up top. We're moving water now. All right. Well, Kevin and I thought the pump was working mint, but the first time we engaged the PTO, I think it wiped off all the rust that was holding it together. And let's just say the pump did not work where the after that. It spun good, but I think the shimming's all up from it being wore the out. So we dinked around with this thing for like 3 hours trying to get it to pump water so the truck would actually have some weight on it for what we had planned for next. But we didn't get any weight, so we just had to hold her wide. I don't know why, but but I just feel like we should name this truck Cheryl. It looks like a Cheryl.
Cheryl's nice.
She looks like a Cheryl.
Cheryl works, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good name.
And she's a drippy whore too, look at her. Well, let's go in, warm up our good foot. Ooh, I'm gonna have a slice of cheesecake and a coffee. I don't even care if a coyote pissed on that cheesecake. I'm eating it anyway. Look at that. You're not gonna have a piece of this lemon baked cheesecake that the Hutterites made?
Take just like this much by this much. Just a bite or two is all
We
I
need this. Whose beer cans and shells are these?
That was a gooder last night.
Oh, we literally shotgunned it.
Man.
All right, this old Prex mint doesn't pump water because it's all sacked out. But I mean, that's what the do we call for it? Cheryl. Yeah, Cheryl sacked out. Her pumps just mud flaps. She's a good truck. She runs good. She drives good. But we have some other plans for it. So out of the land here, I got a guy coming to pull a bunch of scrap out of here. So I got all over the place over there. There was a big ass forest fire that came through here and burnt the house and up everything that was here. So I got scrappers coming to pile up all of this that we have laying around here, right? But the thing about it is I got a whole load of garbage along this tree line that it needs to be brought from over there to over there. We don't really have a loader or anything that can get it done, so we had to bring the water truck out here. It sucks that we didn't have like a loader or something proper to help clean up this bush line here.
I don't know, what are we gonna do?
Man, it sucks. We need some equipment out here. We gotta find a loader or something these days.
We gotta figure this out.
We love you, machine. You're a good machine.
Thank you for all the years of service, for putting bread on the tables of our grandparents, our grandpas, our grandmas.
Now it's time to get turned into a Chinese toaster. How long has it been sitting here? A couple of days.
This much.
I'll get her out of here. Aw, don't you just hate two-part videos? There's about another 45 minutes of this dirty derelict production left. All the cold starts, all the Cosby sauce, all the how dare yous. All the minty pricks and half-wits that are keeping the lights on, the diesel a burning, and the Willard a stunning. When they get it all greased, full length, and uncut, just like the old lady likes it. Nice! So if you minty pricks want, you can come on over to the Patreon. And if not, no big deal. I'll see you in about a week. You guys keep out your ass.